YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of the Paris 13 Atletico Save. The Save, where we look to do it better than PSG, and affectionately known as the Non-League to Legend French edition. We're here for episode number 62, and we have the semi-final against Panathinaikos here in the Europa League. If you haven't watched last episode, it was a episode where we came through being pummeled by Copenhagen, and we pumped them to make us get through to this round. Since then, we then lost 3 days later to bottom of the table Nantes, which means that for a run of 7 games in the league, we did not win a game. And then out of all the games that we did win, it was a game where Monaco absolutely pummeled us, a game where Monaco should have won by about 4 goals, and Schindler played the game of his life again for the second time against Monaco in this save, where he's made more than plus 10 saves. The only thing he didn't do in this game, which he did in the last game, was get an assist in the 93rd minute to make us win. Instead, we held on. We also went down to 10 men very early on, and we held on. We've then played Lille in a massive game. The reason why it was so massive is Monaco bet Lyon. Rennes lost as well. So we actually had a chance to go 4 points clear in third from fourth, and 7 points clear of fifth, to put us in a little bit of breathing room in the Champions League race, which we do have to focus on at some point, but this Europa League run's got to be focused on too. Very even game. We've actually scored from a corner for the first time in ages. They then scored again. A couple of injuries. Munoz is actually now out. Our new left-back signing is now out for the next 3 to 4 months. This is very similar to last year. Last year we lost Longyello, 3 to 4 months. Didn't really have a left-back, and we copped it. This time around we've had a left-back signing, that we've got in Longyello, and then obviously Munoz has gone in and done what he's needed to do, but he's now out injured. So very similar to last year, where we choked away top 4 in a position where we actually had a game to go within striking distance at top, and then next minute we finished 6th. Similar thing happening this year. Barely winning games, not finding results, losing games in between Europa League games. Last year we had struggled throughout the whole knockout stage of the Conference League, but managed to make the final. And it looks like this year, after what happened against Copenhagen, this could be where we lose the Panathinaikos away and then win at home sort of deal. So we'll wait and we'll see. But yeah, look, as you look at the table, 27 games gone, 2 points clear, 5 points clear of 5th. Won the next game, our last game, 2 more points. They're 55 points. I'd start thinking, okay, we might make top 4. This feels so similar to last year that if we get through Panathinaikos, I don't think we'll finish top 4. So we'll need to win the Europa League to make Champions League. But we'll wait and we'll see. Maybe the form turns around. In between these games, I actually have Rennes in 6th. I would love to show you that game, but I don't want this episode to be too blown out. So with that being said, I will be giving you just the goals and a recap of that game. And there we are. Lastly, we have transfers that we have made. Isaias has come in. I believe I've showed you him, but just in case I haven't, or you've missed that. I've been watching this guy. He was transfer listed for 30 mil at the start of the year because he wanted to leave for better game time. He's been, transfer listed throughout the whole time. Didn't leave. The clubs kept him here, and then they turned around and transfer listed him for 2.2 mil because he's complaining too much. We snapped him up straight away. Mentally, apart from one stat being strength at 13, everything 14, that will grow to 15s, you would imagine, depending on growth from this game. Ball-winning midfielder, he's just nailed. We've had Dieng, we've had Wedge forward, but this guy's like different level of gravy. So it is, and the couple other signings we mentioned in the last episode. But let's get into this game here. Away from home, our issues are up front. Collie is yet to score in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games Collie's scored. He's scored 1 in his last 12 games, 2 in his last 13. At a 6.38 in his last 5. Fall from grace. Dosu started to slow down. Longyello's been pretty poor when he has played at left back. Tossen's form this season's been very patchy. Schindler's form's been very patchy, apart from the one game against Monaco. We're just a team where the wheels are starting to fall off. I think we've got to a stage where I've kept the team too much together and it's starting to go stale. This was the year. I've said it again, Collie should have left for 11 mil. If we get more than 5 or 6, I'm going to have to take it next year and just get a striker in that can put the ball in the back of the net consistently, because Might's not the guy either. We've given Might some game time, and Might doesn't score either. Only 6 goals. I will say a lot's been off the bench. He only had 6 starts, so you read into that. 9 goals in 10 games of starts, 27 off the bench. Just misses too many chances and not dynamic enough. So, yeah, look, I'm all for a big man striker, and I'm happy to use him as the backup. but we need someone that's going to put the ball in the back of the net, and Colley's just going missing of late, and he's a very consistent performer. So when he's in these sort of runs where he's not consistent or not scoring goals, he would consistently be bad, and we don't want that. In terms of the Panathinaikos team, they have a couple of players you may know straight away. Those that follow Italian football know Lorenzo Pirola, fantastic centre-back for this level as well. But outside of that, they've got a Geronimo Tomasetti. There's a regen who looks pretty good there in Balanta as well. We've got a Kogak. But yeah, there's some players here that you may or may know. Cardona, people may know. So they've got a decent side. But I think this is a side that we can get at. So let's see how we go here. That Kezia, but like, yeah, okay, interesting. I was about to say, it's not the actual Kezia. He's got like a brother I don't know about, but it's a regen. But let's get into it. Look, I don't know about that. He's been apparently unstoppable in the back of the net, has a Virginia. I will say they're playing in Greece. We're playing in France. We'll have opportunities to score. My issue is it depends what side of us rocks up. If it's the side that played first half of the year with Dosu scoring hat-tricks and Bakayoko creating chances for fun and Melba Lies getting in the right areas, we'll be okay, even if Colley misses every single one-on-one invented a man. If it's a game in which we've been playing of late, which is where we're inconsistent, we'll have a period where we're okay, and then any time there's an opposition highlight we concede, etc., then we might be in trouble. But we're in the Europa League, we're in Greece. It is very late at night here. It's nearly 10:30, so let's just try and get through this and see how we go. Anyway, Bakayoko on the ball. Loses out and it's thumped away, but it should be only as far as Zeno, and it is. Billing now loves it at feet. Wenja forward. I think we're better when Wenja forward does play. Bakayoko. Colley's offside. This is the thing with Colley at the minute. He only finishes when it's offside. This is his fourth offside goal now in this run of not scoring. Apparently it was offside against Bakayoko. He was offside anyway by miles, so wouldn't have counted if Bakayoko was onside in the build-up as well. But Colley was offside by a mile. But early highlight, that looks way better than what happened against Copenhagen. We did score first against Copenhagen, but Copenhagen dominated us in Denmark. Free kick, advantage played. Longello gets into the area and then decides not to whip it, which is odd. Clearance is picked off by Fort, but only falls to them there. Maybe it's them building out from the back, even though Longello should have whipped it into Colley. I'm looking to move the ball around. Tomsetti, Wenja Ford tries to get there against Balanta, doesn't do it. Ball over the top will be picked off there by Tossin. No, it won't be. It's a mistake. And that sums us up at the minute. Every match engine thing goes wrong. It's another ball over the top that the centre-back makes a touch and the striker one's in. We're playing some decent football, and when we do break oppositions down, we miss every opportunity. And yet again, it's another highlight where he takes a touch and gives it to the striker. I've had enough of this. Patch the game, please. They scored their only shot on target. The first shot on target, we're 1-0 down. Wenja forward, going on a run. Tossin, poor ball to Longello. Something tells me we're going to get knocked out here. We're going to get knocked out. Kojak hits. Inside of the post and in. We're 2-0 down now. 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals for Panathinaikos in Greece. It's a defensive mistake and a long-range hit when we're 2-0 down, and this is unfathomable. 60% possession, and here we are, 2-0 down to Panathinaikos. Just nothing is going right this year, nothing. We don't deserve Champions League on the base of what we do. We need at least a goal here. We need at least a goal. Bakayoko whips one in there. Not going to find anyone like that, and they're going to hit us on the break again. Just don't understand what's gone on and what's changed second half of the year. There's been no patch or anything. About to be 3-0 down. Wow. 3-0 down, all she wrote. I do not understand what is going on. I have no idea what is going on. I do not understand what is going on. Happened to us against Copenhagen when Copenhagen scored every shot. Now Panathinaikos scoring every opportunity. 3-0 down, 36 minutes played. We've had all the ball and all the chances, and Panathinaikos has scored every goal. Zeno flies in. Lucky it wasn't a red card. Billing, Hector Fort. Goes on a run. Thumps one looking for Colley. Has not scored a goal in fucking a millennium. Chips one in there, Bakayoko. Just like that, 3-1, we get a goal back. Finally an opportunity. We move into 5 at the back. May just become a case that we did it last year where we switched into 5 at the back, we got some results, and then the 5 at the back fell away and we moved back into 4-2-3-1. I just don't understand how a team that is dominating and winning games and so comfortably in the top 4 and made it out of Europe easy and everything, then second half of the year, oh yeah, we can't do nothing. 3-1. We lost the last first game 3-1, so we'll see how that goes. We're going to fire them up here. Don't think I'm going to really make a change anywhere just yet. Well, I can play that role fairly well. Might get Billing and tossing the other way around too. Set piece. If this goes in, then I'm just going to call it, boys. Nearly did. I was going to say, if that goes in and it's 4-1 and I score from there, I'm just going to be like, that's us out. And I'm getting off stream because, you know, after my non passing away and me not being able to stream for 4 days, FM decides to slap you around, doesn't it? So, yeah. 58 minutes played, 3-1 and no highlights incoming. Need a goal. Abelard going to move into there. Billing's going to move back into there. Tosson's going to move into here. I'm going to actually go Diallo and Chavis to Binham. Don't trust mircale to come into this. I'm actually going to put Dosso on the last man. We're going to go to that. Need one more goal. Give me one more goal, FM, please. That's all I beg, is one more goal. Yet to see anything. 3-1 down. 13 shots, 3 on target, way better XG. There we go. Come on. Be a highlight, please, game. All right. We can't afford to concede. The luck modifier is strong. Pretty much. Look, luck modifier shouldn't be a thing, but every single time I get into the knockout stage of a European competition this year, we just cop it. Schindler's come miles. Penalty for what? It was a penalty given for that, and it was outside the box anyway, and Schindler's thumped the ball, and we're 4-1 down. We are out. We are out. We're out. We're out. We are out. Don't know what the penalty was for, but there you go. We are out. Penalty for something. I do not know what for. This is ridiculous, man. FN's meant to be a fun, enjoyable game. Indoor needs to score. They get a penalty for nothing. Indoor has a 1-on-1, puts it over the bar. Any side foot, it's a goal. Ridiculous. 4-1 we lose. That's us done. We're going to be out of the competition here. And yeah, that's it. And well, yeah, that's disappointing. So see you guys in a second. Welcome back, YouTube. Just finished playing Rennes. Yeah, we won, but we did not play great. Colley's yet to score again. Our goal that Diallo scores, which is his first goal for the club, is stupid, and the match engine is just great. They fixed the defenders chasing over their back and not conceding. Look at this, man. They've got 4 guys in the box, head a great save, just kick it into someone. And our second goal here, Chavis has got 4 finishing, man. 4 finishing, 6 dribbling. Non-preferred right foot beats 3 guys, comes inside, scores, and then we have a guy that's has been a clinical goal scorer for whatever. Colley's not scored 1 in 13. Bakayoko's our best player, has not scored in ages. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I keep looking back at this Panathinaikos game, and look, this is going to sound very cynical. I just think Football Manager knows when you're having a bad day, and it loves to make it worse. You know, I've been dealing with shit all week. I've been able to stream. Mum's passed away, gone to the viewing, got a funeral tomorrow, you name it. And, you know, second game in, the Football Manager gives me, oh yeah, they're going to have 4 shots on target, score 4 goals, couple match engine faults. There you go, ha 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 ha. And your striker will miss a 1-on-1 where the keeper's on the floor, basically, to make it 4-2, which gives you more of a chance to come back. So, look, let's just go here. Let's just go get beat. Get it over and done with. We probably won't finish in Europe, and there we are. In terms of the team, that's what they reckon I should pick, my assistant. I'm close to picking that same side. I'm going to actually move Tosin into a ball-playing defender to defend and go to two of them. Has been a while. Billing's going to come in there for Dieng, and I'm actually going to give the other Dieng in for Wenjafor to be more experienced. Venetia's going to play. Michele's going to go up top because I fucking had enough of Collie being Collie. With that being said, that's going to be the team. Do we win? No. If we were to win, we needed an early goal. Like we did against Copenhagen, we need to score first and we need to score early. We cannot afford to concede. I'm going to point the finger and tell them to go out there and see what they can do. I think tactically I will make the one change, which I always do when Michele's on, is float the ball into his head and try and see what happens. But yeah, thing is we can't move into the five at the back in this situation. If the five at the back actually works against teams that are dominating you, so it blocks up space and you can hit them on the break. Panathinaikos are just going to sit there and do nothing. So yeah, we'll wait and we'll see. Let's just get into it because I want to get to bed. And yeah, 5 minutes played, 0-0, no early goal, no highlight. I actually expect them to beat me because we've got nothing. I don't know what to do. Yeah, if we don't have goals, no tactical system works. The 4-2-3-1's fallen off the second year in a row. It's just out of nowhere. It's fallen off the bus, so which makes no sense. Yeah, I don't know. Could maybe go 4-3-3, maybe slightly. Do feel like we need to play wingers because I do have obviously Bakayoko, who when in form is one of the best wingers in the league. But yeah, apparently they don't know what they're doing. Anyway, ball in, Michele dropping in, which I prefer him to do. Dosu, long yellow. Dieng, Dosu. Good ball. Melbalai has to finish. Well, it's a goal. We said we needed an early goal. Melbalai, 10 minutes in, has scored for 1-0. Leaves the ball there, apparently, even though after we just watched him trying to walk to pick it up. Good ball movement. Great ball from Dosu. Melbalai. And you know what? It's a space created by Michele. Maybe he doesn't score enough goals, but him dropping in there is like massive. He's created space for Melbalai to run into. So, one shot, one on target, one goal, something similar to what Panathinaikos did. We would need another one right now. That's the thing though, on paper, they're not a good side. Like, they have some decent players, but they're not a good side on paper. We can, if we get going, we could pump them. We could really pump them. Anyway, long yellow now. Dieng. Long yellow. Tosin. Zeno. Billing. Great ball. Bakayoko hasn't scored in Yonkers. Hits the bar. That close to 2-0 and only needing one more goal. Bottom of the bar and out. He's one of our best players. Bottom of the bar and out. That close to 2-0. That goes in, you believe, don't you? Would love to see if we can find one more here before half-time. We're playing very, very well. Might actually get a shout in here of encouragement because we've actually played so well. 7 shots, 2 on target, 60% possession. Need one more. If we could find one right before half-time, Football Manager, that would be ideal. Highlight, please. There isn't. We need 2 goals second half. Got to tell them terrible, but realistically it wasn't too bad of a half. 4-2-3-1 is doing its job. 11 shots now, only 2 on target. Does anyone know how to put a ball in the back of the net? Does anyone want to give us some hope? Set piece. If they were to score, that would be brutal. They nearly did as Schindler faced a header. Look, if he ends up going long, he does have Michele up there, which is fine. And he does go in that direction, but it finds Melbalai's feet. Michele looks for Bakayoko. That's poor. That's where Collie this year would have just left the ball and Michele tries to play a pass that's not on, where if he just turns and takes 3 steps, he's inside the box 1-on-1. Anyway, Dieng now. Fine, great ball out to long yellow. Dosu's nowhere near him. Dosu now makes a secondary run, was pulled back. Referee said nothing. Cuts it. Bakayoko hits the bar for the second time. And then it's headed off the goal line. He's never going to score a goal again, is he? Bakayoko's hit the bar twice now. If both of them fly in, we're 2-0 up, 3-0 up, and we're where we need to be. Collie's going to have to come in. Move us to low crosses. Hector Fort will come in. 2 Segunda Volantes and confirm it. Need a couple of goals. Goal right now, and this game's in the balance. Long yellow, Melba Lie. Cleared away. Joe Virginia. 2 goals would get us to extra time. Long yellow heads. Wenja forward had to win and does. Tossing now. Billing. Wenja forward. Long yellow. Dosu made a run and stopped. Cuts one. Melba Lie through the keeper. Melba Lie has a brace. We need one more goal. One more goal. Melba Lie needs a brace. We need one more goal. Can we do it? Sweeping hits, hit the top of the keeper and gone in. 20 minutes for one more goal. They've now switched into a 5 at the back system. They look to hold on. Highlight. They're on the break here with 2 up top. They might find an opportunity. A goal for them would kill it. And they've actually got numbers out here. It's a great ball. Here we go. This is going to be completely against the run of play. Schindler makes a good save of hands. Is that the highlight? Or are we going to go down the other end? It was the highlight. 21 shots, 5. We've dominated. We kind of need to leave it on everything. Corner. We don't score from many. Bakayoko, ball in, cleared away. We need to win that Wenja forward, and he doesn't. Thumped away only as far as Billing. This is it. Last chance saloon, you feel. Hector Fort. Chips one out there. Bakayoko. Cuts it. Collie. He hasn't scored in donkey's years, and Colley's first goal in about 13 matches comes in the 89th minute to put it to 4-4, and at the moment send us to extra time. What on earth? Hector Fort chips one down the line. Bakayoko, who's hit the bar twice, finds Collie, who heads home. Highlight from kickoff. This would be poetic. Concede from kickoff after getting it to 3-3. Getting it 3-0. Could you imagine if we win the ball and we score? Melba Lie heads, long yellow. We don't want extra time. Win it now. Win it now, boys. Long yellow. Looking for Melba Lie. Poor ball. Any decent ball into the space he would have got there. We look to press. We don't win. We're squeezing. Dosu. The press was unreal. Bakayoko went for goal. It's so selfish. So selfish that he goes for goal. Ball goes long. Zeno wins. Melba Lie. Great ball to Bakayoko. Colley's 1-on-1. Joe Virginia makes an outstanding save, and Colley's missed his 1,000,000th 1-on-1. At least he scored the header to get us back to parity, but we could have scored to make it 4-0 on the night, 5-4 in aggregate. Bakayoko now. Whips it. And it falls there to Joe Virginia, and that's probably going to be all she wrote. Is there one last chance? There isn't. There's extra time. Look, I'm going to outstretch arms and go on. I'm very happy with things, boys. You've done for superb. Who's dead? Who needs minutes? Issa Indoor's going to come in for Bakayoko to cause issues. I think is definitely going to be one change. Billing's dead. He probably takes a penalty for us, right? Youngielo's dead. Zeno's dead. I'm going to leave one more change up my sleeve, depending on how this game goes. 3-0 up. 4-4 in aggregate. 1 goal for us would see us ahead. 1 goal for them would see them ahead. Ball gets chipped in Indoor heads. He's probably the one we want on here, but Wenja forward's going to go now. Here he goes. Wenja forward. Driving with not much in front of him. The centre defensive midfielder still going. Still going. Cuts one back stick. Dosu wins the header, but straight at the keeper. Needed someone to throw their weight around it. Joe Virginia drives one long. Got a win, toss and does. Wenja forward everywhere at the minute. Zeno, who is dead. Hector Fort drives and drives. Ball to Melba Lie, who's on a hat-trick. Joe Virginia gets feet to it and it goes around the post. We have missed 1,000,000 chances. You know, you look back at the 1-on-1 that Indoor missed in the first leg. That goes in, we're already through. Any of the other chances we missed in Greece, we're through, and we've missed 1,000,000 chances here tonight to go 4-0 up, and we've missed plenty. Second half going to start. Straight away we think about penalties. Andreas Alonso, don't think he's a penalty taker. 6 penalties. Chavas, don't think he's a penalty taker. 4 penalties. Diallo, 9 penalties. Diallo's actually not bad at a penalty. Zeno is got decent penalty taking, so I don't want to tick him off. Tossin, 6 penalty taking. Zaniolo's got 2 penalty taking. Do that and do that. Defend. Tossin's actually just going to go wing back and support and just sit in a little. And then I think we're allowed one more change, but I don't know who I would take off here. I think Dosu would take a penalty, right? Tossi's only got 7 penalty taking. Is that a brave move to get Diang on, who's got speed, to get him on? I like Diang's so quick. Might leave it. Alright, there we go. That's a change with penalties in mind. Diallo can actually take a pen. And he's quick enough at the back to deal with any break here. I would love to see us score a game. If you want to give me a highlight, we don't. It's a penalty shootout. If you offered me a penalty shootout for when we were originally here, then yeah, I would have taken that. That's your order. Collie, Diallo's come on for a penalty. Zeno, Melbalai, Billing. Dossi at 6. I can afford at 7 if he gets that far. Here we go. Penalty shootout. Collie to go first. Worry about this penalty because of how bad form, but he did come on and score. Collie steps up and, well, the keeper dives and he goes down the middle. 1-0. Europa League quarterfinal. We've come back. We've forced a shootout, but we really should have won by more on the night. Shinola versus Cardona. Cardona fires it into a different postcode wide. We take a 1-0 lead. Diallo now gets pretty much a free hit for the youngster. The man from Dortmund's not been at the club long, steps up and he fires it into the roof of the net. We brought him on just for penalties, a centre-back, and there you go. Cantala Pedria versus Shinola. Shinola, down the middle, good penalty. Still 2-1 after 2 penalties each. Zeno, one of our best penalty takers, steps up, the centre-back. Bottom bin, keeper went the right way, but he wasn't getting near it. 3-1. And Bud Chetik to make it 3-2 after 3 penalties each. Steps up, but Chetik versus Shinola, good penalty, sends the keeper the wrong way. After 3 penalties each, it's Pierce, Paris 13, Atletico 3, Panathinaikos 2. Melbalai, down the middle, 4-2 match point. A save for Shinola, and it is all over. And we have somehow come back again for the 2nd time in a row to get here. We've got Hajam stepping up versus Shinola. Hajam, Shinola, good penalty. Up steps Billing. It is 4-3. 4 penalties down each. If Billing scores, we are through to the semi-final somehow. Billing, 4 paces back, gives the keeper the eyes, and he fires it into the side netting. And from 4-1 down, 3-1 down last time against Copenhagen, and we came back and we won in normal time. From 4-1 down this time, we score 3 goals, we win the shootout, we had 30 shots, 10 on target, and actually a 3.28. Mercifully, this time we did not concede every highlight they had on target. The 4-2-3-1, which we're thinking about bidding off scores, Collie's finally found a goal. Is this the turning point that we might get a bit of run of form in the league? Maybe. But we're through again. The boys have done fantastic. Yeah, look, way too hard. Way too hard. We get Lyon in the semi-final. That's going to be next episode. Collie ends his goal drought. There we are. 11 hours without a goal. And there you go. It was definitely hard fought that, but we're through. Next time we see each other, it is going to be for Lyon in the Europa League. We do have a game against City and Marseille before then. Lyon are a good side. There will be no disgrace in losing in the semi-final to them as well. But, obviously, this Panathinaikos tie, crazy in itself. We had no right to lose in Greece. dominated, did everything right. Match engine just decided that, it wanted to try and, make us very depressed. But, form sort of starting to turn. 4-2-3-1 doing its job to an extent. And I see again it's going to be Lyon in the semi-final of the Europa League. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we can play a lot better over the 2 legs and not concede so much and not have the match engine go, your centre backs are going to keep touching the ball for their striker. And in the end, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for another episode. Give it a like, do subscribe, and thank you and goodbye.